Yo, this video is wild! I started with 0 damage, and now I'm dropping over 1 SP DPS like it's nothing! Awakened at E rank with just 3.6 QA boss damage. Bro, it was chaos! All the craziest tips, tricks, and grinding strategies, packed into one insane video. Stick around, I'll show you everything, step by step. But first, let's announce the winner from the last giveaway. If you want to win too, it's super simple. Just like, subscribe, and comment your username 2 times. That's it. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so first things first, let's dive right into this. To kick things off, we're gonna use some codes. Because honestly, who wants to grind the hard way, right? These codes hook us up with a mount that works both on land and in water. Next up, we snag some dusts and potions from the rewards. Now, potions are cool, but the real MVP here is the relic. If you're wondering what a relic does, it basically gives your power a nice little boost. I'm talking about that extra punch in your attacks so you can clear enemies faster and get that sweet XP. Alright, now let's talk AFK rewards because this part is wild, bro. We're aiming for G rank snow shadows. Those are the big league guys. So I hit the AFK and just left it running. And after one whole day, boom! We got our very first G-rank snow shadow and a bunch of dust. Not bad for just chilling and letting the game do its thing, right? But wait, it gets better. I kept AFKing for a few more days, 4 days to be exact, and we scored 3 G-rank snow shadows, plus some dust and potions on top. By now, I had over 1,000 tickets, so I thought, why not spend those tickets smart? Bought auto attack and 2 times cash boosts to speed things up. I'm telling you, with those 2 perks, grinding feels way less like a chore and more like smooth sailing. Now that we've got some good buffs, it's time to jump into the main quest. The real bread and butter for any new player trying to level up. The first mission, Arise a Sand Dew. Honestly, if you're wondering whether you should Arise the leveling city shadows too, skip it. We're already rocking powerful G-rank shadows, so no need to waste time there. Just focus on the quest. So step 1, defeat 10 sand dews. Easy peasy. Done and dusted. Next up, it's time to buy our first weapon. Weapons are key because you can't just rely on your shadows to do all the work forever. Gotta have that extra firepower. Now here's a little side note. We have 3 E-rank versions of the same weapon. The goal? Upgrade that bad boy to D rank to complete the quest. But yeah, there's always a catch. We need 1 million gems, and unfortunately, we don't have that kind of gem yet. So we're gonna put that upgrade on hold for now and tackle some other quests to farm more coins. Speaking of quests, next one is to defeat 10 Ganshi. Let's go! Pro tip here, don't bother trying to Arise these shadows. Instead, just Arise each one and auto-destroy to collect gems, if you're like me already had powerful shadows from AFK. Gems are super valuable for later upgrades, so grab as many as you can while you're at it. After that, the quest is to defeat 15 Dax. No sweat, just keep that auto attack rolling and knock them out one by one. Oh, and guess what? We leveled up during this fight and got 6 skill points to spend. I put mine all into shadow power. That way, my shadows get stronger and wreck stuff even faster. Next, we gotta defeat 15 longings. Honestly, these guys aren't too tough once you have your shadows and weapons leveled up a bit, so just keep it steady and take them down. Then comes 20 Anders. Yeah, this quest takes a bit longer, but no worries. Keep the auto attack on, take breaks, and watch those XP bars fill up. Honestly, this is the grind, but the rewards make it worth it. Last but not least, defeat 15 Largalgans. Let go. And lastly, defeat 5 Brutes. These are the final quests in this sequence, and it feels great to tick them off the list. So right, something cool was happening. Our daily and weekly quests were progressing at the same time. That felt smooth, like I was actually being productive in the game. Which, let's be real, doesn't happen often when you're randomly grinding. Anyway, first thing I did was redeem a new code, World 2. Always make sure to keep an eye out for those codes. They give free boosts, mounts, sometimes even items that save you hours of grind. Total game changers for noobs like me. Then I saw the next quest, complete the Leveling City dungeon. And as if the game read my mind, boom, a dungeon just spawned right then. Perfect timing. I jumped in right away, no hesitation. Took it down, grabbed the rewards, and moved on. Now, the next quest told me to go buy a ship. But, plot twist, an infernal castle spawned right before I did that. I figured, why not give it a try? Maybe I'd get lucky and beat a few floors. But bro, I forgot to max out my shadow levels. Rookie mistake. I started struggling pretty early on, not because I was weak, but because I was lazy. They'll level up eventually though, so I just kept pushing. Managed to reach floor 23 before tapping out. Not bad, considering I went in unprepared. After that, I bought the boat, gotta complete that last quest in Leveling City, and said goodbye to the place. It served us well, but we've got new islands to explore. Next stop, Grass Village. And yep, it's grind time again. First quest here was to defeat 10 Snake Man. Easy. Then it was Blossoms. And then the Black Crows. Pretty standard stuff. Oh, almost forgot. I had a weapon skin sitting in my inventory from AFK rewards. Totally forgot about it. Slap that on for the drip, because hey, looking cool while grinding is a must. Next up, take down 5 brutes, and I noticed a ton of new quests popping up. Now I waited for the dungeon to spawn so I could knock that out too. Gotta be efficient, right? I went straight for the E rank test. And boom, easily passed it. We're officially E-rank hunters, let's go. Feeling good, I headed to the next island, Broom Island. First mission there was to defeat 10 Sharkmen. Honestly, satisfying enemies to fight. After that, 15 M&Ls, crushed them. At this point, I decided to actually put some thought into my skill points. Split them up between Shadow Power, Agility, and Reach. Gotta have that balanced build. Next quest was a big one, 20 Light Admirals. Took a bit longer, but still manageable. Finished up the island with 5 more brutes. Clean and done. After Broom Island, I moved on to Face Heel Town. First task, take down 10 Luryu. Then it was 15 Fyakuya. and 15 Genji after that. Now here's where things get interesting. While I was mid-quest, I found out that a dungeon spawned back in Leveling City, and I didn't realize until there were only 4 minutes left to join. Total panic moment, so I had to think fast. Ran over to the guild hall, bought a double dungeon rune for 200 tickets, used it instantly, and jumped into the dungeon. Didn't even clear my inventory first to reduce the boss health. I just deleted random unwanted stuff while inside. Not sure if that was a smart move, but I didn't have time to care. Then, bro, the boss spawns with 3.6 QHP only. I'm like, no way I'm him easily defeat. And guess what? I awakened. Yup, awakened at E rank, which now that I think about it might actually be easier at lower levels. Either way, it felt amazing. After awakening, I got bonus powers, nothing too OP, but definitely noticeable. Then a new dungeon popped up in Face Heal, so I hopped in there too. I had 10 new skill points, so I dumped them all into Shadow stats. Shadow's doing serious work now. Back to questing. Took down 5 more brutes in Face Heal. Then another dungeon spawned back in Grass Island, so I traveled back to clear that too. While completing dungeons, I got 2 relics. Cloudbound from Leveling City and Silent from Grass Island. Both were solid pickups. With those boosts, I decided to take the D rank Hunter test. We passed, then immediately went for C rank. And passed that too. Back-to-back rank ups, I was on a roll. Then came a side quest, defeat red ants at Dedu Island. Pretty simple, but good XP. After that, we made our way to Lucky Kingdom. Took down 10 Sortudo, then 15 Mashil, and 15 Wind. Another batch of skill points dropped, and I put them straight into Shadow stats again. Can't go wrong with more power. Then, the usual 5 brutes. Always with the brutes, man. Next up, Nippon City. First enemies were the Heaven mobs, then 15 Zir, and 20 Ika. Then, you guessed it, 5 brutes again. But before finishing, another dungeon popped up in Lucky Kingdom, so I detoured and cleared that too. My DPS started climbing fast. With all that power, I went for the B rank test. And boom, now I'm a B rank hunter. Then right after, I go for A rank hunter test. Nailed it again. Now we are in A rank hunter. Of course, I couldn't stop there. Next up, S rank test. Cleared it. Then straight into SS rank. Past that too. At this point, I'm like, bro, what is happening? But hey, why stop now? Went in for the G rank test. And yup, your boy is now a G rank hunter. What a grind, man. But we're not done yet. Next destination, Moritown. Knocked out 10 Diablo, 15 Gosuke, and 20 Galan. Plus, yep, 5 brutes to top it off. Quest done. Then it was time for Dragon City. But first, Deadu Island's ants were back, so I cleaned them up real quick. Then we teleported to World 2 to enter Dragon City. Fought 20 turtles. Then 25 greens. Then 30 sky mobs. Final task? 5 brutes. Again. Completed that whole zone. Afterward, I headed to XZ City. Final stretch. First quest was defeating 30 riders. But now I noticed my DPS was kind of falling off. Shadows weren't keeping up anymore. So I used my saved up cash to buy a charge blade. Tried to upgrade it, but ran out of gems. So instead, I enchanted an E rank sword and landed sharpness 8 again. Plus some other good perks. Now my DPS hit 1 chi. Still not enough. AFK'd for a while to farm gems. Came back and upgraded again. Made a C rank sword. Enchanted that. DPS jumped to 4 chi. Still, I wasn't satisfied, so I went hard grinding, made more cash, bought another sword, upgraded to B rank, and boom, landed sharpness 8 again. DPS hit 7 chi, then I tried for Vorpal Aspect or Burning Flame Enchant, and landed Burning Flame 3. Now my total DPS was 9 chi. Finally, now I could finish the quest in XZ City. Let's defeat 25 cyborgs, 15 hurricanes, and of course, 5 more brutes. Use my new skill points on weapon damage to finish strong. Alright guys, so our next stop is Kendama City. Let's go! First things first, I had to set my spawn point there to kick off the first quest. You know how it goes. Can't start without that. The next mission? Defeat 25 shrimps. Yeah, shrimps. I know. It doesn't sound very intimidating, right? But honestly, it was kinda satisfying. I turned on auto attack, sat back, and just watched my character go to work. It was low-key relaxing. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys also love that auto attack vibe, or is it just me? Anyway, after shrimp duty, the next quest drop: defeat 20 Byra. Now this one was a different beast. I charged in thinking it'd be easy like the last one, but bro, Byra hit like a truck. My DPS wasn't cutting it. It was actually embarrassing. So I came up with a plan. I decided to ditch my old charge blade and go for something way stronger: the Sacred Maul sword. It's legit better in every way. Thankfully, I'd been grinding earlier and saved up enough cash to buy 3 of them. Yeah, your boy came prepared. So I grabbed them, went straight to the upgrade station, and got it to D rank. Then came the spicy part: enchanting it. And guess what? First try, I landed Sharpness 8 and Shadow Affinity 6. Like, what are the odds? That's an insane combo. Huge DPS boost right there. I checked my damage stats after that. Bro, my DPS skyrocketed to over 37 quadrillion. Let that sink in for a sec. 37 quadrillion. So, now that I was feeling powerful, it was time for revenge. I went back and absolutely clapped those Byra. Quest completed. Easy dubs. Next up, defeat 15 Lomo. Not a big deal now that I'm stacked, so I zoomed through that fast. But then, something crazy happened. A world boss spawned right in Kindama City. I was like, oh snap, it's Arise time. But, sad reality, I didn't stand a chance. The other OP players shredded the boss before I could even blink. So yeah, back to grinding Lomos like nothing happened. Next quest was to beat 5 brutes. Same deal. Fast work. Nothing special there. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering, I've been putting all my skill points into weapon damage instead of shadows. Why? Because weapons are just crushing it right now compared to shadows. Trust me. Meta shift confirmed. Anyway, I wrapped up all the quests in Kendama City. Everything except the dungeon. And now, it was time to move on. Next destination, Hunter City. As usual, first thing, set that spawn point. Gotta be safe. Then I jumped into the first quest. Defeat 30 Weary. And let me tell you, 30 of those things? That's a lot, bro. I tried to power through it, but yeah. My current build just wasn't enough. My shadows and weapons were struggling hard. I was doing damage, but not enough damage. To make it worse, the best weapon in Hunter City cost some more. Like bro, I couldn't even afford to look at it. So I made a new plan. Instead of getting a new weapon, I'll just upgrade my Sacred Maul even higher. But for that, I needed cash. Lots of it. So I headed back to Kendama City and went full AFK grind mode. Just me, my auto farming, and a dream. After a few hours, something unexpected happened. A random player invited me to a guild. I had no idea who they were, but I joined anyway. And turns out, being in a guild gives you some pretty nice boosts. Suddenly, I could equip 3 extra shadows. Problem was, I only had 5 shadows total, so yeah, still working on that part. Eventually, I stacked up 7 SX cash. More than enough to keep upgrading. I bought another set of Sacred Maul, hit the upgrade station, enchanted it, and boom, got Sharpness 8 again. No way I was that lucky twice, bro. I checked my full DPS and we were pushing 60 quadrillion total. That's a massive glow up. At this point, I realized weapons were carrying hard. So I bought a stat reset for 79 tickets and poured everything into weapon mastery. Guess what? Now my weapon alone was hitting 35 quadrillion. With that, my total DPS jumped to 89 quadrillion. Insane. And just when things couldn't get crazier, Infernal Castle spawned. I hopped in instantly because that place gives mad XP and loot. climbed all the way to the 42nd floor before I had to dip. From that run, I got some SS rank shadows, and honestly, they were just as good as my G rank snow ones. Total W. Thanks to those shadows, I crushed the next set of quests too, claimed all the juicy XP rewards, got 26 skill points in the bag, and you already know where they went. Straight into weapon mastery. With a potion buff, my weapon was now hitting 59 quadrillion alone. So I decided it was finally time to take on the N-rank hunter test. And boom, passed it like a pro. Now I'm officially an N-rank hunter, which boosted my shadows and weapons even more. Huge milestone. Alright guys, so next up, I decided to enchant my weapon again, and this time I was hoping to land either Vorpal Aspect or Burning Flame. Fingers crossed, right? Well, luck wasn't totally on my side. I only got Burning Flame 1. Not the best, but honestly, not bad at all. It still gave a nice boost. After the enchant, my DPS shot up to over 200 quadrillion. Yeah, things were getting spicy, so I thought, let's keep the momentum going. Time to attend the N+ rank hunter test. I went in, gave it my all, and boom, passed it clean. Now I'm officially an N+ rank hunter, and that unlocked some new titles too. And if you didn't know, those titles, they actually give real stat boosts. Little things like that make a big difference, trust me. Then I went back and claimed all the quest rewards I had stacked up, dropped all those skill points straight into weapon mastery, no hesitation. At this point, my weapon was doing 71 quadrillion damage on its own. Not bad, right? Oh, and I forgot to mention, I upgraded my sword again. And this time I got Shadow Affinity on it. So now, not only is my weapon cracked, but my shadow damage got buffed too. With both working together, my total DPS climbed to 250 plus quadrillion. Massive W. So, back to Hunter City. Picked up where I left off with the quests. But then, out of nowhere, Infernal Castle spawned. You already know I had to jump in. I pushed my way through the floors, and guess what? On the 40th floor, I got a day shadow boss. Tried to Arise it, and bro, we got a G-rank day on the first go. Let's go! After that, I decided to try something sneaky. I left the castle and rejoined on the 40th floor over and over, hoping to farm more G-rank days. And yeah, the grind was worth it. I ended up with 4 G-rank day shadows, which were way stronger than my old shadows. Total upgrade. And that wasn't all. From Infernal Castle, I also got 2 common keys. So I used those to craft new dungeon keys. Went with a leveling key since I had quests tied to that. Ran the dungeon, cleared it, finished the quest. Easy. Then came the next quest. Craft a Lucky Kingdom key. Same process, crafted it, ran the dungeon, checked it off the list. Boom. By now, my power was looking solid. So I said, screw it, let's take on the M-rank hunter test. And yeah, your boy passed again. Now I'm officially an M-rank hunter. We're leveling up fast, bro. Like, it's wild how far we've come already. Next goal? Level up those shadows. Gotta keep them up to pace. After that, Winterraid started, so I jumped in to try my luck at a rising G-rank snow. Sadly, this time RNG wasn't in my favor. No G-rank snow, just dust. But hey, I'll take dust. It's still useful. At this point, I had some really strong shadows, so I figured it was time for a stat shift. I bought a stat reset, and this time, I dropped all my skill points into shadow power instead of weapons. Wanted to see how much my shadows could really do. And bruh, my shadows were hitting hard. After the reset, I checked my DPS and it had jumped to 1.4 SX. Like, what? That's a crazy spike. Super hyped about that. Anyway, while I was still processing that, the Dragon City dungeon spawned. So I went in, cleared it, and knocked out another quest. Right after, another Infernal Castle popped up, and this time, on the 40th floor, I got a Paitama Shadow. You know the drill. I started the whole leave and rejoin thing again, trying to get a G-rank Paitama. Sadly, after all that effort, I didn't even get one G-rank Paitama. Pain. Still, I figured I'd try and push to the 50th floor while I was there. Almost made it. But yeah, we only got to 47th floor. So close, bro. After that grind, I went back and finished a few more quests in Hunter City. Cleaning up loose ends, you know? Then came the next big mission. I started working on my Begeta shadows. And let me tell you, Begeta is the most powerful shadow in the entire game right now. So I had a plan. My goal was to get 6 G rank Begetas and make them into an N rank. That way, I'd have an absolutely cracked N rank Begeta carrying my whole team. The only problem, it takes a lot of dust and tickets. So I went to Dragon City and just AFK'd there to farm resources. World bosses spawn every hour, usually at XX20 and XX40, so I planned around that. But grinding like that burns battery fast, so I decided to get smart with it. I started using something called UGPhone. It's a cloud phone, which means I can AFK grind even when my real device is turned off. No overheating, no battery issues, just smooth cloud AFK. If you've never used it before, it's honestly a game changer. And if you want to try it, you can use my link in the description. Plus, if you use my code ryukyt when signing up, you'll get free gems. Those gems let you redeem a free device, no cap. Once you're all set up, here's what to do. Open your cloud phone, head to the game center and download Roblox, then in the tool center. Install an auto clicker. Once that's done, turn it on. Then just open Roblox. Log into your account, launch the Arise Crossover game. Before you start AFK grinding, go to Roblox settings and lower your graphics. Also, turn off visual effects in-game. Helps prevent crashes. Now head to the spot where you want to AFK. For the tutorial, I'll use Winterraid Island. Stand in the exact spot where the boss spawns. Make sure to turn on Auto Arise and Auto Click. Equip your best relics and titles to boost Arise luck. Then place your auto clicker on M1, set the interval to every 5 minutes, and hit start. That's it. Now you can close the app or tab. Your game will keep running in the cloud, grinding like a boss. After AFK farming for a while in UGPhone, I checked my game and bro, I couldn't believe my eyes. I got 10 G rank Begeta shadows. 10! I was literally just standing there, doing nothing. And my shadows were out there putting in work. That's the beauty of AFK, right? Oh, and my inventory! Completely stuffed with dust. And I had enough tickets to finally make my first N-rank Begeta. So yeah, we rushed straight to the guild hall. No wasting time. Went over to the shadow upgrader, took a deep breath, and boom! We officially crafted our first N-rank Begeta shadow. It felt so good, man. Like finally hitting that gym PR you've been grinding for. And get this, there's a pity system now. So every 20th Arise guarantees an N-rank shadow. I already did 10, just 10 more to go. Also, side note, they added shadow stats and tiers in the game. Super useful. You can now boost your shadow's power even more, but I'll focus on that a bit later. Anyway, I claimed some quest rewards and dumped all my skill points into shadow power. Trust me, always boost shadow power first, it scales like crazy. Now our big goal, build a full team of N-rank shadows. Sounds crazy, but we're getting closer every day. Also, quick heads up, it's Friday when I'm recording this. That means Winterraid is live. From Friday to Sunday, you get 2 chances per hour to Arise the Snow Shadow. It's limited time, so I decided to go all in. So yeah, I went to Winterraid Island, set myself up for another AFK grind. After a few hours of chilling, we got some G-rank snow shadows, some Laruta too, and even pulled a couple of D-rank dagger weapons. Not bad at all, honestly. Went back to the guild hall, upgraded again, and just like that, we made our second N-rank shadow. Let's go. But not gonna lie, it still wasn't enough. While AFKing, I also pulled an E-rank Crown of Snow relic, which boosts shadow level. Not a huge pull, but hey, it's something. After equipping all our relics and titles, my N-rank Begeta was doing over 1 SX damage. Pretty solid. Then I remembered I had 3 D-rank dagger swords sitting in my bag, so I upgraded one to C-rank, enchanted it, and wow. That dagger ended up being way better than my old Sacred Maul. Like, way better. Checked my total DPS after all the upgrades, and bro, We were pushing 12 SX damage now. From 1 SX to 12, that's an insane jump. With that much damage, I knew it was time. I went straight to take the M+ rank hunter test. And guess what? We crushed it. Your boy is now officially an M+ rank hunter. This rank gives crazy boosts to both shadows and weapons. If you're close to qualifying, go for it. It's 100% worth it. Oh, also, they dropped a new code, so I used it and got a nice little pile of dust and tickets. Free stuff is always a win, right? While I was grinding, Vegeta spawned again, so I tried to Arise him. And boom, we got another one. Then I noticed the Infernal Castle event popped up, so I jumped in and pushed all the way to floor 50. At the top, I fought the Magma boss, and yo, I got a G-rank Magma, clean pull. After that, I did a little cleanup, finished a bunch of random quests, got XP, and threw more skill points into Shadow Power. Now we're getting into the endgame. The Nen World is the next stop, which is the final island in the game so far. That means it's time to grind again. Same drill, quests, upgrades, AFK sessions, you already know. I also made sure to keep joining the Winterraid event whenever it popped up. Gotta keep farming those G-rank snows and dusts. While I was in Kendama City, a dungeon spawned. Hopped in just to knock out a quest, and no joke, I got the Paranormal Eye Relic, which boosts Arise luck. What are the odds? Later on, I realized I had a B-rank Crown of Snow relic sitting in my bag from one of the winter raids. Big W used that power to evolve another G-rank Snow into our 3rd N-rank Shadow. That's 3 N-ranks now, gang. Let's keep it going. Also did a little backtracking in World 1 because I needed more skill points to keep upgrading Shadow Power. It's worth it. Don't skip your old quests, especially if you're low on points. While checking my inventory, I noticed I had a ton of Shadow Cores from defeating raids and world bosses. These can be used to boost Shadow's stats. Pro tip, only use them on your powerful Shadows. That's where you'll see the biggest difference. Then Vegeta spawned again in Dragon City. Went in, clapped him, and pulled another G-rank. Now I had 6 G-rank Vegetas ready. But of course, I didn't have enough tickets to upgrade to N-rank again. So I went back to Infernal Castle to farm more. Targeted the Magma boss over and over. It doesn't give a ton of tickets, but hey, every bit helps. After a few runs, I ended up with 49 tickets. Not bad. Also knocked out a couple quests that gave more tickets on top. At this point, I was basically on full Vegeta boss hunt mode. Whenever he spawned, boom. I was there. Gotta stay consistent. Another Infernal Castle popped up, so I got in again to farm more Magma Shadows and score a few more tickets. Lucky for us, the game activated a 2x Arise event. That made things so much easier. Shadows were popping left and right. I even restarted the Infernal Castle from floor 1 just to maximize ticket gains. After a long grind session, I had 135 tickets, but I needed 149 for another N rank. So close. Also got 3 E rank swords from completing quests in the Nen world. Upgraded one to D rank, enchanted it, and our DPS. After equipping everything, we were now hitting 130 SX damage. That's a beast mode upgrade. Wrapped up a few more Winterraid quests, and yup, Infernal Castle again. Use the 2x Arise event smartly. Here's a little trick I found. When Infernal Castle spawns, go straight to floor 50, defeat the Magma boss, try to Arise him, then immediately leave and rejoin. Rinse and repeat. You'll get like 6 to 7 solid chances before the portal disappears. Just watch this quick time lapse. Bro, even I was shocked. We pulled so many Magma Shadows in one session, plus a nice haul of dusts and tickets. If you're still watching, you're a legend. Drop a fire in the comments if you made it this far. I really appreciate you. So, I was casually grinding Infernal Castle again, like I always do. And BAM! Out of nowhere, I got the Blood Chalice Relic. Yeah, the one that boosts your drop chances like crazy. Bro, I literally stared at my screen for like 10 seconds. No way that just dropped. It felt like the game finally decided to stop bullying me for once. Anyway, I head straight to the guild hall, right? Time to exchange all the dust I've been stacking up like a hoarder. And boom, we crafted our 4th N-rank Shadow. Let that sink in. 4. Freaking N ranks. The squad is looking real powerful now. Like, we're actually starting to look like we belong here. And guess what? I already managed to arise 12 magma shadows. Just 8 more, and thanks to the pity system, we get a guaranteed N-rank magma. I mean, that pity system? Low-key a lifesaver when your RNG is trash like mine. But yeah, back to work. We needed tickets, and you already know what that means. Dungeon time. I had a few dungeon keys left, not a lot, but enough to get some bosses down and scrape together a couple tickets. Not amazing, but hey, better than nothing, right? Then, boom, another infernal castle spawned. I dropped everything and ran back to grind Magma Boss again. And this time, we got 7 more Magma Arises. Like what? That's insane. 1 more, and Pity System kicks in, which means an easy N-rank Magma coming right up. Next up, I went back into full grind mode. Crafting dungeon keys, defeating bosses, doing side quests, just squeezing tickets out of everything. You ever try to farm tickets when the game just doesn't want to give you any? Bro, it's pain. Finally, after what felt like forever, Infernal Castle shows up again. Time to go full sweat mode on Magma Boss. But here's the twist. I tried to arise like 3 times and got nothing. 0. Nada. I was losing my mind. So I did something weird. I switched to World 2. No clue if it helps, but hey, suddenly, we got the N-rank magma from Pity System. I was like, wait, did World 2 just bless me? Now we're sitting at 5 N-rank shadows. That Pity System? Honestly, best mechanic ever? But I didn't stop there. Nope. I went right back to grinding magma like a maniac. Gotta get more G ranks lined up for future upgrades. Of course, the ticket problem came back to haunt me. Had enough G ranks, but barely any tickets. I tried every method I could think of. Dungeons, castle, quests, world bosses, you name it. After all that grinding, I only had 142 tickets. We needed 149. Then, Begeta boss spawned. I rushed over, smacked him down, and got 8 tickets. Just enough. That was way too close. Now we could finally craft our 6th N-rank shadow. Getting real close now. Just 1 more and we've got a full N-rank team. Same grind again, back into Infernal Castle, non-stop magma boss farming. And this time, I got a new mount from the castle. Looks sick. Not exactly speedy, but hey, style over speed, right? More dungeon grinding, more key bosses, more tickets. Rinse and repeat. I even made a little time lapse of it. You should see it. It's like a speedrun of suffering and victory, but finally, after grinding my soul into dust, I got enough tickets. We crafted the 7th N-rank shadow, full team Broskis. That's right, a full squad of N-rank monsters ready to wreck everything in their path. Now, time to upgrade shadow stats and see where our DPS stands. With all the buffs and setups, our damage jumped to 300 plus SX. Then I popped some shadow and weapon potions, and it hit over 400 SX. Like, bruh, from where we started? That's insane. But you know me, I wasn't satisfied. The devs added a new tier system where shadows level up their tier by defeating enemies. So, I found this perfect AFK spot in Nen City, dead center. Shadows hit 4 enemies non-stop like a treadmill of destruction. Pro tip, unequip your relics and title during this. That way, every shadow gets equal damage and levels up together. Trust me, saves you from uneven tier upgrades. I left it AFK for a while, came back, and all 7 of my N-rank shadows hit Martial tier, the highest tier. Let's go. Checked my DPS again, and bro, 600 plus SX damage, with potions, 900 plus SX, that's right, nearly 1 SP damage. And that's without even optimizing relics. Imagine if I actually focused on relics too. We'd be over 1 SP easy. Honestly, the grind was real, but totally worth it. From a noob with 0 DPS to nearly 1 SP monster squad. All N-rank shadows. Max tier, almost perfect DPS. Anyway guys, if you watch this far, you're a real one. Smash that like button for the grind. Subscribe for more crazy progression stories. I've got a lot more coming. Comment your Roblox username below for a chance to win some Robux. And if you've got questions or just want to chat, drop it in the comments. I reply to everyone. Seriously. Alright, that's it from me. See you in the next one. Peace.